Today's topic multivariable calculus, Lagrange's method of undetermined multipliers. Contents Lagrange's method of undetermined multipliers, working rule, and applications. Lagrange's method of undetermined multipliers, working rule. This method is useful to find the extreme values. Extreme values means that is obtaining the maxima and minima values for the given function whenever the some condition is given involving the variables. That means the variables are connected with a relation. To find the maxima and minima for the given function using the Lagrange's method, the following procedure must be followed. To find the maxima and minima for a given function, we should follow the following procedure. Step 1. Let us consider the given function to be f of xyz subjected to the condition phi of xyz equal to 0. The given expression in xyz is let it be small f of xyz, and the relation between xyz, that is condition, is phi of xyz equal to 0. This condition is also known as constraint. Constraint means constant separated equation. Step 2. Let us define the Lagrangian function. The Lagrange's function is capital F of xyz is small f of xyz plus lambda into phi of xyz, where small f of xyz is the given expression in xyz and phi is the constrained function, and lambda is called Lagrange's undetermined multiplier. In step 2, we have to form the Lagrangian function, which is given by capital F is small f plus lambda phi. Step 3. In step 3, find the first order partial derivatives and equate to 0. So here we have to find out the first order partial derivatives of f with respect to x, y, z respectively, and which are equated to 0. That is dou f by dou x, that is the first order derivative of f with respect to x and which is equated to 0. That is small dou f by dou x plus lambda into dou f by dou x equal to 0. Let it be equation number 1. Similarly, dou f by dou y equal to 0. Let it be equation 2. And dou f by dou z equal to 0. Let it be equation 3. And we have a constrained equation, that is a phi of xyz equal to 0. That is a given condition in xyz. So let it be equation 4. In step 4, we have to solve the equations 1, 2, 3, 4, and we have to eliminate the lambda to get the values of x, y, z. In step 5, the values so obtained will give the stationary point of f of x, y, z. So just we have to solve the 1, 2, 3, 4 equations and we have to eliminate the lambda and we have to get the values of x, y, z. In step 5, the obtained value which will respectively gives the stationary point. In step 6, the maxima or minima will be obtained by substituting the values of xyz in the given function. Drawback in a Lagrange's method is that the nature of the stationary point cannot be determined. So here the drawback of the Lagrange's method is the nature cannot be determined. The stationary point nature cannot be determined. So these are the few steps to find the maxima and minima for a given function f of xyz, where xyz are corrected with the relation phi of xyz equal to 0. Problem: find the minimum value of x square plus y square plus z square subjected to the condition xyz is a cube. So here we have to find out minimum value of the given expression x square plus y square plus z square, and the given condition is xyz is a cube. Let us denote f as x square plus y square plus z square, that is expression, and the constraint, that is a constant separated equation. Let it be phi. So phi is xyz minus a cube. Now first we have to form the Lagrangian function, which is given by capital F is a small f plus lambda phi, replacing above function and phi. So we will have capital F is x square plus y square plus z square plus lambda into phi. But what is the phi here? Xyz minus a cube. Here lambda is called Lagrange's undetermined multiplier. Now we have to obtain three equations, that is dou f by dou x equal to 0, dou f by dou y equal to 0, and dou f by dou z equal to 0. Now differentiating f partially with respect to x and keeping y z as constant, x square derivative 2x, y square derivative 0, z square derivative 0 plus lambda constant lambda into xyz derivative. In that xyz, yz is constant, x derivative 1, negative a cube derivative 0, which is equated to 0. So on simplifying, so we will have lambda by 2 value is negative x by yz. Let it be equation 1. Similarly, we have to obtain dou f by dou y, which is equated to 0. So dou f by dou y is obtained by differentiating f partially with respect to y, keeping xz as constant, x square derivative 0, y square derivative 2y plus z square derivative 0 plus lambda into xyz derivative xy, xz, and one negative a cube derivative is a 0, which is equated to 0, which gives the value of lambda by 2, that is lambda by 2 value is negative y by xz. Let it be equation 2. Now again differentiating f partially with respect to z, keeping x as constant, x square derivative 0, y square derivative 0, z square derivative 2z plus lambda into xyz derivative is xy, z derivative is 1, negative a cube derivative 0, which is equated to 0, which gives the value of lambda by 2, that is lambda by 2 value is negative z by xy. Let it be equation 3. So here in second step we have to obtain these three equations which are equated to 0, the partial derivative of f with respect to x, with respect to y, and with respect to z. So let it be equations 1, 2, 3 respectively. Now we have to solve these three equations. On solving these three, and we have to eliminate lambda. Now equating first and second equations, second fractions. So we will have x by yz is y by xz. Just on cross multiplying, we will have x square is y square. Clearly here z is get cancelled. So let it be equation number 4. Now equating middle and last, that is y by xz is z by xy. So clearly here xx get cancelled. On cross multiplying, we will have y square is z square. So thus we will have a relation, that is by using 4 and 5 equations, the x square equal to y square equal to z square, which implies that x equal to y equal to z. Now we have a stationary point can be obtained by using the constraint equation. The constraint equation is phi is xyz minus a cube. To get a stationary point, we should use must and should the constraint equation, that is xyz minus a cube equal to 0. Replacing y with x and z is also replaced with x because all three xyz are equal. So that we will have x cube minus a cube is 0, which implies that x cube equal to a cube, which implies x equal to a. Since x equal to y equal to z, we will have y is also a and z is also a. The stationary point is xyz is a. So using this stationary point, we can find the required max or min value. Here we have to find out the minimum value. Thus the required minimum value of f at the point a is given by a square plus a square plus a square. So since we will have the expression x square plus y square plus z square, so clearly x, y, z are replaced with a. So we will have a square plus a square plus a square is 3a square is the required mean value of f. Problem. A rectangular box which is open at the top has a capacity of 256 cubic feet. Determine the dimensions of the box such that the least material is required for the construction of the box. Use the Lagrange's method of multipliers to obtain the solution. So here we have to use the Lagrange's method of multipliers. so that the back box capacity is 256 cubic feet, and we have to compute the dimensions of the box such that least material for its construction, so that the let xyz be the dimensions of the box, that is x is length, y is breadth, and z is height. X is the length, Y is the breadth, and Z is height of the box. Here box top is opened. So clearly here it is the box top. The box top is opened. Let S be the material surface of the box. Now S is xy plus 2yz plus 2zx is the total surface of the box. Here xy is only considered because the box top is opened. Remaining surfaces are closed, so that 2yz plus 2zx. So here the surfaces of the box or bottom surface is xy, parallel top surface is also xy, but it is opened. Left surface is xz, right surface is also xz. Front surface is yz, back surface is also yz. A box is having six surfaces. The total surface is given by S is xy plus 2yz plus 2zx. Here 2 is not considered in first term because the box top is opened. Now, obtaining the partial derivatives of s with respect to x, dou s by dou x is y plus 2z, because while differentiating partially with respect to x, we have to keep yz as constant. Similarly, we have to obtain dou s by dou y, dou s by dou z, and we will have phi. So phi is a volume, that is volume is x by z is 256, because the volume is given by length into breadth into height. So which implies that xyz is 256, which implies xyz minus 256 equal to 0. Now this phi is differentiated partially with respect to x, with respect to y, and with respect to z. So we will have these values yz, xz, and xy. Now we have to form the Lagrange's function. The Lagrange's function is a capital F is a small f plus lambda phi. So here we have to obtain these three equations, that is dou s by dou x plus lambda phi dou phi by dou x equal to 0, dou s by dou y plus lambda into dou phi by dou y equal to 0, dou s by dou z plus lambda into dou phi by dou z equal to 0. So which are obtained by differentiating partially with respect to x, y, z respectively to the Lagrangian function. So we will have these three equations substituting the above values. Let it be equations 2, 3, 4 respectively. Now multiplying equation 2 with x, equation 3 with y, and equation 4 with z, so that we will have these three equations. So let it be equations 5, 6, and 7 respectively. And we will have a value, that is xyz is 256 from constraint equation. Now from 5 and 6 we will have a relation between x, y. From 6 and 7 we will have a relation between y and z. Now equating these three, so we will have x is y, which is equal to 2z. But we have to compute the stationary point, which is obtained by using constraint equation. So what is the constraint? Xyz is 256 is the constraint equation. So here we have to replace x with y. In place of x we have to replace y. Y is as it is y, but what is z? Z value is y by 2. Now simplifying, y cube by 2 is 256, which implies y cube is 512, but 512 can be written as 8 cube. So y cube equal to 8 cube, which implies that y is 8. Replacing in this equation, we will have x is also 8. Replacing in this equation in y value as 8, 8 equal to 2z, which implies that z is 8 by 2, that is z value is 4. So these are the dimensions of the box. Length is 8 units, breadth is 8 units, and the height is 4 units. So these are the dimensions of the box, so that the box is made with material with least construction. Another problem, find the three positive numbers whose sum is 100 and whose product is maximum. So we have to find out three positive numbers such that whose sum must and should be 1 and whose product must and should be maximum. Let xyz be the required three positive numbers whose sum is 100. So x plus y plus z is 100. Phi of xyz is the constraint, that is x plus y plus z minus 100 equal to 0. Now the Lagrangian function is a capital F is a small f plus lambda into phi, where small f is the product of the required three positive numbers, that is xyz, plus lambda into phi, just replacing the values in Lagrangian function. What is Lagrangian function? Capital F is a small f plus lambda phi. Small f is the product here, that is expression in xyz, and phi is a constraint. The given constraint is obtained by taking the sum of three positive numbers is 100, that is phi. So replacing these values. Now we have to obtain dou f by dou x. While differentiating f partially with respect to x, keep yz as constant, yz constant, x derivative 1 plus lambda into x derivative 1, y derivative 0, z derivative 0, negative 100 derivative 0. So which implies that lambda is negative yz. Similarly, we have to obtain dou f by dou y. So dou f by dou y means differentiating f partially with respect to y. So we will have lambda equal to negative xz, and dou f by dou z, which is obtained by differentiating f partially with respect to z, keeping xy as constant. So we will have lambda is negative xy. So that we will have lambda is negative yz, lambda is negative xz, and lambda is negative xy. Now equating these and eliminating the lambda, so we will have a relation between xy, yz and zx, that is relation between xy, z. So which implies that clearly x equal to y equal to z, which is obtained by just equating first and second and third. So we will have a relation between xy, z. Now we have a constraint equation, that is x plus y plus z equal to 100, but replacing x as y and x as z. So z is replaced with x and y is replaced with x. So we will have x plus x equal to 100, or 3x equal to 100, or 3x minus 100 equal to 0. So which implies that x is 100 by 3. Since x equal to y equal to z, we will have y is also 100 by 3 and z is also 100 by 3. So thus the required stationary point is xyz is 100 by 3, 100 by 3, 100 by 3. These are the required three positive numbers whose sum is 100 and whose product is maximum. Also the required maximum value is given by 100 by 3 into 100 by 3 into 100 by 3 is 100 by 3 whole cube, and sum is also 100 because 100 by 3 plus 100 by 3 plus 100 by 3 is 300 by 3, which is equal to 100. So the required three positive numbers whose sum is 100 and whose product is maximum is possible only the three positive numbers must and should be equal. The three positive numbers are 100 by 3, 100 by 3 and 100 by 3. So these are the three positive numbers. So here in this Lagrange's method, only we need small f and phi. So small f is here the product of x by z, that is the given variables expression is a small f, and the constraint is the sum is 100, x plus y plus z is equal to 100 is phi. Whenever we will have small f and phi, we can obtain easily the stationary point, the required stationary point, which will respectively gives the required max value or min value. Problem: use the Lagrange's method of multipliers to find the volume of the largest parallelepiped that can be inscribed in the ellipsoid. Is x square by a square plus y square by b square plus z square by c square is 1. So here we have to use the Lagrange's method, so that we have to calculate the volume of the largest parallelepiped. Here the largest parallelepiped is inscribed in the ellipsoid. So given ellipsoid equation, that is the constraint equation is phi. So phi is x square by a square plus y square by b square plus z square by c square minus 1, which is equated to 0. So let it be equation 1. Now let 2x, 2y, 2z be the length, breadth and height of the parallelepiped, which can be inscribed in the ellipsoid. So we will have a volume of the parallelepiped. The volume is given by length into breadth into height, that is 2x into 2y into 2z is 8xyz. Now we have to obtain the partial derivatives of v and phi. So dou v by dou x, dou v by dou y, dou v by dou z, which are obtained by differentiating v partially with respect to x, y, z respectively. So and we will have a phi. So differentiating phi partially with respect to x, y, z. So we will have these values. Now the Lagrange's equations are dou v by dou x plus lambda into dou phi by dou x equal to 0. Dou v by dou y plus lambda into dou phi by dou y equal to 0. Dou v by dou z plus lambda into dou phi by dou z equal to 0, which are obtained by differentiating partially with respect to x, y, z to the equation Lagrange's function is capital F is v plus lambda into phi. So which is differentiated partially with respect to x, y, z respectively. So we will have these equations. Let it be equation 1, 2, 3. Now using these equations, we have to eliminate the lambda. So for this, just multiplying equation 1, 2, 3 with x, y, z respectively and adding. So we will have the equation like this. So thus we will have a value of lambda that is negative 12 x, y, z. So here we are using the constraint equation, that is x square by a square plus y square by b square plus z square by c square is 1. Now putting this value of lambda, we will get, so x value is a by root 3. So x is a by root 3. So similarly from equation 2 and equation 3, we will have y is b by root 3 and z is also c by root 3. These are the points which gives the required stationary point. The stationary point is xyz is a by root 3, b by root 3 and c by root 3. But we have to find out the largest volume. Hence the required largest volume is 2x into 2y into 2z, that is 8xyz. So that is 8 into xyz. Values are replaced here. Thus we will have, multiplying these 4, we will have 8 abc by 3 root 3, because root 3 into root 3 into root 3 is 3 root 3. So it is the required max value of the largest parallel piped, which can be inscribed in the ellipsoid. Important problem once again. So given ellipsoid is given, that is a phi. The function is obtained by taking the volume of the largest parallel piped. Here 2x, 2y, 2z are the length, breadth and height of the parallel piped. The volume is 8xyz, that is f. So we have to write the Lagrange's function, which is differentiated partially with respect to xyz respectively. Let the equations be 1 to 3. So clearly these equations are multiplied with x, y, z respectively, and adding these three equations, we will get the expression like this. So in this we will have x square by a square plus y square by b square plus z square by c square value is 1, just replaced. We will have a lambda value which is substituted in again in 1 to 3 equations respectively. Thus we will have x value is a by root 3. Similarly we will have y value is b by root 3 and z value is c by root 3, which is the required stationary point. At this stationary point, we have to find out the maximum volume. So thus we will get the maximum volume is 8xyz. Just replacing xyz values and multiplying, we will have 8 abc by 3 root 3 is the required max volume of the largest parallel piped. Problem: find the maximum and minimum distance from the point to the sphere. Solution: let the coordinates be p of xyz, any point on the sphere, and d be the distance from the point to the 3, 4, 4, 3, 4, 12. The distance formula is d equal to square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square plus z2 minus z1 whole square. That is square root of x minus 3 whole square plus y minus 4 whole square plus z minus 12 whole square is the distance. Now squaring on both sides. So clearly square and root get cancelled. Let it be some capital F. So f of x by z is x minus 3 whole square plus y minus 4 whole square plus z minus 12 whole square. It is the given expression. Now the constant is the sphere, that is x square plus y square plus z square equal to 1. Now the constraint function can be defined as phi of x by z is x square plus y square plus z square negative 1 equal negative 1. So whenever we will have the function and constraint, now we can form the Lagrangian function. The Lagrange's function is capital F of x by z plus lambda into phi of x by z. where lambda is called Lagrange's undetermined multiplier. Now we have to obtain the three equations, that is dou f by dou x plus lambda into dou f by dou x equal to 0, dou f by dou y plus lambda into dou f by dou y equal to 0, and dou f by dou z plus lambda into dou f by dou z equal to 0, which is obtained by differentiating partially with respect to x, y, z respectively. And these partial derivatives equations are respectively equated to 0. Let it be 1, 2, 3. Now 1, 2, 3 are quietly multiplied with x, y, z respectively and adding. So we will have the relation between x, y, z and lambda. Now from equation 1 we will have x is 3 by 1 plus lambda and y is 4 by 1 plus lambda and z is 12 by 1 plus lambda, which are obtained by taking out the common as the variable and equating to lambda expression. So that is z is 12 by 1 plus lambda. Now, putting these values, x, y, z values in equation 4 and then simplifying, we will have 1 plus lambda values are 13 and negative 13. These values are again substituted in the equations, above equations, that is 5, 6, 7 equations. So 5, 6 equations respectively, we will have the stationary points. The stationary points are 3 by 13, 4 by 13 and 12 by 13. Negative 3 by 13, negative 4 by 13, negative 12 by 13. These are the required stationary points. Now we have to calculate the distance. The distance already we will have the formula, that is d is square root of x minus 3 whole square plus y minus 4 whole square plus z minus 2 whole square. In this we have to replace these values of x, y, z. So we will have two distances. The first value is 12 and the next value is 14. But here 12 is the minima and 14 is the maxima. So it is the required minima distance from the point to the sphere and the maxima distance is 14 units. Any queries or any doubts, please contact. This is my contact number. You can mail also. Thank you.